What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you guys the real reason that I quit. But before we get started, I want to know in the comments below, what are your favorite types of videos that I upload? Because I'm definitely open to your suggestions. So please let me know in the comments below. And also make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every single week. All right, guys, so today I wanted to share with you some life lessons that I have learned from quitting. Now, I know that we never want to be called a quitter. It's not a good thing to be known as a quitter, but I'm here to tell you today that sometimes it's in your best interest to quit things that aren't serving you. So, some big examples in my life where quitting was one of the hardest decisions for me, but also one of the best decisions that I could make. Some of those examples come with, of course, basketball. I've talked about this before. When I quit basketball, one of the craziest decisions I've ever had to make, one of the most challenging. There's also been relationships that I've needed to quit, meaning I broke up with that other person. And to be honest with you guys, sometimes being the quitter is harder than being quitted on. So think about this. If you're at a job and you get fired, that sucks. Obviously, it totally sucks to lose your job, but at the same time, you don't really have much of a choice. So you have one choice. You can either let that defeat you, or you can move on and grow from it and learn from your mistakes. So you really only have those two options. But when you're the one who's doing the quitting, it's a lot harder because you're the one who is in control. You're the one who has the power, and you're the one who has to live with the decision that you made. But I'm here to tell you today that sometimes deciding to quit what you're doing, whether it be a sport, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a job, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are here for the title of, finding out why I quit 2K. But for me, at that stage of my life, I felt like that was the best decision that I could make and would really serve me and help me grow. So today I want to give you guys some advice if you feel like you're in a situation that you're not sure if you should stay in it. You are, thinking about quitting or thinking it might be that time. Before I go into that, I do want to say I definitely am not saying when times get hard that you should quit. No. When the road gets rocky, you should quit. No. When you don't feel like you're succeeding as fast as you want to, you should quit. No. Those are 3 times when I think that you should put your nose down, work your hardest, leave no stone unturned, figure out any way that you can possibly make the situation better before you get to the point where it's time to quit. And my advice for you guys, if you feel like you're in that difficult situation, is to think about this. 1, am I growing? I've heard this from so many successful people, one of them being Oprah, one of them being a rabbi who made this really cool lobster analogy about growth, which I'll explain to you in a second. But basically, when you are stagnant in any sort of situation and you don't feel yourself growing, then it might be time to move on. I'm not saying be reckless. If you only have one job and you don't feel like you're growing in that position and you just want to quit because you're like, hey, I don't want to be a waitress anymore and I'm not growing here, but you don't have something else lined up and that'll put, your security or your family's security in jeopardy, then that might not be the best time to decide to quit. But these are the times when you're in a position where you're ready for that next step and you know that where you are at in your life now, in that relationship or in that job or in that sport or in that friendship, that's holding you back from what your true potential is, then that's the time that you need to make that tough decision and kind of move on. The lobster analogy that I referenced a little bit earlier, essentially, a lobster is a really soft animal and it's covered by a hard shell. The shell does not grow. So when that lobster starts growing, it starts feeling a ton of pressure and gets very uncomfortable. So it has to go under a rock, shed that shell, and it grows into a new one. And then it can come out and kind of, be its lobster again until it starts growing again. And then it becomes under all of this uncomfortable pressure. And then that cycle keeps going, of course, until the lobster is full grown or whatnot. So that is kind of an analogy that I like to think about in life. It's like there's never any growth that you're going to have without some discomfort, pain, uncertainty, and all of those things come in these really trying times when you're trying to figure out, okay, should I stay here or should I move on? And in those times of your life, you have to live with that decision. So are you for sure gonna know if that decision is the right one for you? No. I'm gonna be a realist here and tell you, you're never gonna know exactly if you made the right decision by leaving a certain relationship or leaving a certain job or continuing being friends with someone who you think is toxic and holding you back. You're never gonna know, but what I believe is that if you are strong in your will and in your confidence to move on, then you will figure it out and you will be able to find something bigger and better for you and be able to grow and be proud of yourself for being a quitter. So there have been a lot of times in my life where I didn't realize that quitting was the right decision for me until a year later, 2 years later, 10 years later. So sometimes you don't find out and you don't get that gratification until later. But I promise you guys, if you're able to live in confidence and not live in fear, and really just have a strong sense of who you are and what you know you're capable of, then you'll have a good understanding when it's that time to quit a difficult situation or a situation that's not serving you anymore or a situation that's holding you back or a situation that's not allowing you to grow to your full potential. So I hope that this video was helpful. It's something that I've definitely been thinking about lately because I feel like at this time in my life I've been through so many crazy changes and so many times where I had to be the brave one and I had to be the quitter. And as hard as it was in those times, I'm really proud of myself for, getting through it and helping myself to grow into the person that I am and that I'm becoming, and hopefully that growth will never stop till the end of time, or till the end of my time on this earth. That just got really deep, and with that, I'm gonna finish up this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I upload new videos every single week. And I wanna know in the comments any of your quitter stories, any time where you left a situation that you knew wasn't serving you anymore and it was something that you had to do. Let me know in the comments below, chat with each other, cheer each other on. If you're in one of those situations right now, hopefully this video helped you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.